Hi everybody, right now I'm just sitting here at the sound of nice chill waves. Sounds so peaceful on this wonderful Saturday morning. This gives me an idea of the beach because, I love the beach and everything. So soothing and everything. But now, it's really cold because it's the winter time, not fall, sorry. But all in all, I'm doing really good today. Uniqua is here as well, but she's just not on. But she's here. But we do got our ladies. Let's go over here and see. Say hello to our ladies. They got their hairs done again. Look at Geraldine, Peyton, and Angela, and Kenny. Say hello to the ladies. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Morning. So yes, y'all, it's a free-for-all episode today. So we're going to be talking about, many things in this episode. Alright? So let's go to the ladies. Let's have a quick little chat, shall we? Sweet. Let's have a nice little chat. Alright, ladies, so let's talk. So, remember in another episode we talked about different, schools and stuff? Yeah. I remember I told you I graduated from Little Flower. Me too. I graduated from a good school. And I graduated from Benjamin Franklin High School. Yes. So we were just talking about, some of the memories that we have when we was in school. So I remember I used to take a couple AP classes. I used to take some honors classes and everything, especially for the girls. And it was so nice to come just to meet some fellow sisters, Some are of the faith and some are not. But still, it was a good school because I love Little Flower. It was so nice. Yes, Little Flower was amazing. It was an amazing school. For me, I did Ben Franklin. Now, Ben Franklin is a good school because they got a lot of programs, they got a lot of classes and stuff like that. But now, in the newer time, Science Leadership Academy actually moved into that building. So now, it's Science Leadership Academy and Ben Franklin on the side. So the side of the building has been split in half. The one half of the building has been split in half just for the Benjamin Franklin High School. One half has been split for Science Leadership Academy. So now this building have made the building a little bit smaller for Ben Franklin, but it was still it's still a decent size because I loved that school. I did love it. It was fun. Because I had fun times with my friends. I remember one of my friends just locked somebody in the locker for a good couple hours. And then when he came out of the closet, he was struggling to breathe. But listen, it was still funny because I remember we locked somebody in the closet. I was trying to. Open the door. But for some reason, the door didn't have a lock on it. Because, that locker door, we're supposed to have, locks on the doors. We never really had locks on some of our doors. It's actually pretty funky, but I don't know. But we opened the door and we let him out. And he was, struggling to breathe because, that door was crazy in there. I could only imagine because why would you lock somebody in your closet anyway? Just for a funny stunt. Yep, like you said, it was a funny stunt. And then one of my girlfriends at the time, we was talking to her boyfriend. All of a sudden, we just tried to throw shit at her. And then she was just talking and, talking and throwing shade and everything. You got pretty intense, but still had fun times. We had our pep rallies in the gymnasium. And then one of my other friends who was a boy, he molly popped a girl in her head during the pep rally. Now, why would he do that? He was just being stupid. I could see why. Yeah, that's weird. Why would you do that to somebody? Listen, we go up through stuff in high school because, in high school was all kids getting ready to come out of school. This is what it'd be like. Yeah, because all of us in high school be doing crazy stuff, and we're doing really silly and crazy stuff. But all in all, we still have fun memories. Yes, I always have fun memories because I remember I sang on the choir. I was in choir class, and then they found out I was a soprano at heart. But at our church, I don't sing soprano, so I like to sing alto because, listen, I like to keep it nice and low. Keep it in the middle because I don't want to sing too high. You know what I'm saying? Right. I understand you because I remember parts of me, I am alto because, I did love soprano because remember I used to do soprano a lot when our choir first started and everything, at Epiphany and impacting the world because I feel like majority of the time we was all impacting the world, and then for some Sundays we sung at Epiphany because there were some members of our choir who went to that church and who went to our church, all church impacting the world. But now we are an all new place. But going back to school stuff, yes, but no, I usually do soprano a lot, but no, I do alto because it's more comfortable for me. Yes, absolutely. You gotta stay comfy. Yeah, I'll go alto. Same with me, I love being alto. Because listen, it's perfect for me. I'll have to strain and do too high and everything. Right. But no, yes, back to the school stuff. How about you, Kimmy? Because I know you had some cool memories. Me and my girls used to go to the fashion district. It used to be called the gallery back in the day, but it's called the fashion district. We used to go down there and just, have a fun time and a fun ball. It was really fun. We used to go down there a lot, and we used to go bowling and stuff. We just go get our nails done and our hair done and stuff like that. Yes, girly things. Girly things. See what I mean? I was mostly into a lot of, clubs. I never really did a lot of sports and everything because, I like to do sports and everything. But I didn't want to be a part of a sports team at my school because, they all seemed pretty sketchy. So I was like, nah. So I like to play my own little girls volleyball, and sometimes I play soccer, and sometimes I play, girls basketball and stuff like that. But I never heard of girl football. I heard of girl football. It's a really decent little campaign, but it's not an actual sports team though. Dang, I wish it was, because I do love girl football. Okay. Yes. But no, yeah, we used to talk about, really fun moments that we had when we was in high school. But no, only reason why I mentioned the school stuff again, because remember when we talked about Brian's kids, their school? Mass Community Charter School. Remember we talked about that in one of the older episodes? Why, yes, I remember. I remember too. So, no, I just wanted to talk about it again because, there were random moments when they were in school. There was moments in their school life when Brian actually prayed a prayer to the Lord about, he wanted his kids, make an impact in the school. And while they're in school, that God's covering them under his anointing, covering them under the blood, covering them under, just covering them throughout the school years, and, just getting them through the vest and doing everything and making an impact. Brian's kids, Brian Jr., Daniel, Lina, Zenobia, Nyla, Sean, and Lonnie, those people were making an impact in all of their schools. Because I remember I went to school with Zenobia. You did. You did go to school with Zenobia. I remember. I remember me and her went to school together. She had a little boyfriend that went to this school, Franklin Learning Center. And then, we used to go out and go sneak out over there. When school was done, when school was out, Zenobia would be like, hey, Geraldine, come with me, because we're trying to sneak over to Franklin Learning Center. And then I was like, who's over there? And I was like, oh, my boyfriend is over there. She was like, my cute little boyfriend's over here, and I want to see him. And I was like, oh my God, but I still, went with her. Just so we could just hang out and talk for a little while, just, because we we're family, but we the best of girlfriends regardless. Because, yes, I remember that time. But no, But the school that the kids went to was Mass Community Charter School. So it started. So Brian told me like the timeline. When Brian Jr. was born, when he was going into kindergarten, they all went to like a regular. They didn't really go to much of a regular public school. They went to like this charter school. It was pretty small. It's called Imani Educational Circle. They went to Imani Educational Circle for like a good portion of their time, and then ever since, Brian Jr. came in, and then Daniel came in kindergarten when Brian Jr. was in first grade. When Brian Jr. was in second grade, that was when Daniel came in the first grade. Linus came in kindergarten, and then it started to progress after a while. But it was a good school. But in that moment, something happened. It was like something happened with like the faculty, not like that, but something happened with the school at that time, and then Brian Jr. was not really, Brian was not really too happy about it. He wasn't too happy about what happened during that time, so that was when he decided to say, you know what, gotta transfer them out of here, because they're just doing like Brian believed that his kids were doing different things, like not getting into trouble, not acting a crazy fool out here. And she's like, how these kids are, because that school, since it's across the street from Mass 3 Charter School, it was a lot of crazy stuff on in that neighborhood. So they were like, that's when they were like, nah, we gotta get them out of here. But no, Brian, at that time, Brian was working at another school. He was a security guard at a school, and then he had children. He had preference for the kids to go and join the school because he worked there. He was a security guard at Mass Community Charter School. He was the security guard for a good at that time for like a good 5 years. Around his 4th year, that was when I believe Brian Jr. was going into I think it was 6th grade at the time. So when he came in, Brian brought them in, got them sibling preference to come in, because that's when they all went to Mass Community Charter School. Because the school that Ryan was working at, he was like, oh, this school is really nice, really good. Because they had a lot of programs, had a lot of clubs, especially for the children, especially for the kids and everything. For the kids, they had programs for the high school that was already there, because it is a K through 12 school. So that's when they went there. That's when he brought them in. It's like all 12 years of schooling is in there. So it's like, Ryan said, you know what? I'll bring him here. So Mass Community Charter School stands for Mathematics, Science, and Technology. That's what Mass stands for. But it's a really good school because they got all that. They do this. They don't do STEAM. They do this thing called STREAM program. So it's like science, technology, robotics, engineering, arts, and math. That's their program. Which is their program in school. It's a STREAM program. And they do their own robotics lab, stuff like that. And I saw their little maker space where they make the 3D printer stuff and the robotics thing. Because I saw pictures on the website, and then I was like, ooh, this school got a lot going on here. Because they got a 3-story media center, especially in the Byberry building. They got a 3-story media center there, and then they have a telescope. They have a very big astronomical telescope that they do astronomy day and stuff like that, and they look into the sky and the planets and stuff like that. And then they also have they also have They got a lot of, like I said, they got a lot of stuff. That building, the library building itself is like really, really big. They got like K through 12 in there. So they got a high school section in there. They have the elementary school, the middle school stuff. So it's all combined, but you know how to keep them separated because ain't no craziness going on between those seniors and middle schoolers. That's creepy. Exactly. But no, during that time when Brian, was a security guard at that school, he, liked the school. He loved how, there was a lot of nice programs and everything for all the children, like different clubs. What really brought Brian's attention was like they have a Bible club, so it was like, oh snap, seems to be pretty decent. But no, but really what brought Brian's attention was what really brought his attention was the Bible club, because he loved how, the school has incorporated Jesus, and Brian is a very big Jesus freak. He loves the Lord. He loves Jesus, loves to worship, pray to God, praise God and everything. He's a big, entity to that. And he loves doing things to the kingdom of God. So Brian was like, this seems really decent for the kids. And then got them all enrolled. Like I said, got them all enrolled, got them the uniform and everything. And then that's when they started their school stuff there. Since Mass Community Charter School received a lot of awards during when they opened up, and as they're progressing, they got the media center, they got all that new media stuff, like a production studio and everything. They got all those points of pride and everything. And then all the kids who graduate from their school do very good in their careers, do very good in their post-secondary education journeys. They do a lot of good stuff. Like they go into a trade, they go into like the music program, the doctor program and stuff like that, and nursing and stuff. In college, they do a lot of good stuff right there. And the school's rating is 10 out of 10 because they're rated as like the top charter school in the city of Philadelphia and in the state of Pennsylvania. And almost one of the tops, and is one of the tops in the world. Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that. Yeah, it's really good points of pride. So, in my opinion, do you think it's like better than Central? I've known Central to be a very, very good school. Yeah, I know Central to be a very, very good school, so I don't think it's better than Central, but it's to each his own, because everybody got their own opinions. But, no, it is really good school, and some of the kids that graduated from 8th grade from that school, some of them actually go to Central. Some go to Central, some go to Masterman, some go to Science Leadership Academy, some go to Academy of Palumbo, all the good schools in the city of Philadelphia. But some of them also actually stay there because, the school is a very good school. That's right. Because, it adds on to, the thing. So when the 8th and 9th graders come in, so they go into that. Yeah. But remember I said the funny thing is, like, the school has a very, very large wait list. Like, the wait list have over, like, 5,000 to 6,000 people on there. Dang, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people because a lot of people heard about Mass Community Charter School, and it's a very beautiful school, very nice program. It's like one of the best schools out there. And a lot of children and a lot of parents want their kids going to those schools. But the wait list is so large, and there's a lot of the kids that actually stay from 8th grade into 9th grade. So the program itself the school itself is really large, but the chances of getting accepted is really low because a lot of kids, because they pick people by the lottery, so it's a lot of people. Right. Yes. But the other thing about, that school that they went to, the library building was majority predominantly white. So it was, still had some, African American kids in there and some Asian kids and everything, but the majority of the school was predominantly white. But it wasn't a problem for Brian because, he wants the kids to, like get along with, other people. He wanted them to do that. He wanted them to expand their mindset and just, do different things. Yeah. But after a while, when Linus was about to go into 6th grade, they announced that they were launching another campus. They were launching a campus in the Mount Airy section of Philly. And they lived in Mount Airy because Brian, he lived in Mount Airy. So he lived in like the lower parts of Mount Airy, like near, some of those streets. But he lived in Mount Airy, and then he was actually excited to hear the news because the school that they went to was all the way up in Byberry Road, so it was going kind of far. But the kids took the bus, but Brian's kids took the school bus up there. So they always rode the bus up there. But after when they were launching Mount Airy campus, since it was like coming towards being like a new school, they had classes in different buildings. They announced it when Linus was in 5th grade, no 4th grade actually, when he was like in the 2nd year there. And then 5th grade, that's when they were starting to have their classes. And then they did class from 6th and the 8th grade, and then they have a 9th through 12th grade. So it was just going to be the solid middle school, like their first just middle school, high school campus. But they were having school classes in multiple buildings. But Brian, he wanted their kids to go to that because it was more close to the house. So them, the family, no, it was them, Linus, Zenobia, Brian Jr. and all them. They all went to the Mount Airy, plus some more of the kids from the school. Because some of them also lived in Mount Airy, and some also lived in part of Philadelphia, like Roxborough and Andorra and East Falls and those neighborhoods in that side of Philadelphia. Even we had some kids that come from the outside. The one point now that school is known for is to bring kids from the outside catchment areas and bringing them in. Like, we got people from out in the county to go to that school. They even got some people from different a couple people from like different countries and different states. It's not a boarding school per se. It's not a boarding school per se, but they got people from different states. Like they had some people from Ohio, some people from Virginia, some people from Maine, and it was like this program that they were part of where one of the peoples were hosting a house to be like a nice little residential space for the children. And the kids, and the parents who were part of the program were getting paid for that. So that was a really good program. Yeah, that's nice. Diversity. But that part is only tuition based though. It's not tuition based if you live in Philadelphia or even in like the county, the surrounding counties. They even had some people from New Jersey that go there too. Yeah, they prided themselves in actually becoming part of. They prided themselves becoming that part of that network when they was excelling in their schooling and stuff like that. But no, back to the Mount Airy campus, they had classes in different buildings. Because I remember Linus was telling me, like when he started at the new building, at the new campus, they had, when he was in 6th grade, they started off in this building called Edmonds. They started 6th and 7th grade in the I think it was Edmonds or Leeds. They were having class in one of those buildings. I think it was Leeds. At Morris Leeds Middle School, that's when they were having classes there in 6th and 7th grade classes. And then 8th and 9th grade was in this building called Amy Northwest. I think that's on Ridge Avenue. Because when Linus was going in the 8th grade, that's when they had classes there. But once it was a section of 8th, it was a part of his 8th grade that they had class in Amy Northwest building. In the second half, right after winter break, that's when they officially moved into their new facility. Their new facility is on it's in the John L. Kinsey building. And they did a beautiful job with that building only because they added, a lot of stuff there. They added, extension to the building, like for classes. They had an extension for a new auditorium and a new gymnasium, because in that building where that current auditorium is in the middle, where the auditorium was in the middle, that became their media center. So they turned that space into a media center, and then they expanded. They did different things in there just to house the different programs that they have. But it was really nice though, because Linus was, keeping in touch, kept in touch with a lot of the construction things, because Brian himself, he was, in touch with the Homeschool Association. So that program, they got a chance to tour the new facility, even while it was in construction. So Linus went with Brian at the time. Actually, a good amount of the people were went to go and see, because on the very last day, the second to the last day before their winter break, they went to go take a tour of the facility, to tour the new campus, the building. And then a lot of the kids actually saw, because they was doing it by grade, because they invited the 6th graders, the 7th graders, the 8th graders, and also the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, because that's also the high school as well. So that's when Brian Jr. started in 9th grade. And then, no, Brian Jr., I think he was in 10th grade. But they were having classes in a different building, because it was Amy Northwest for the 8th and 9th grade, and 10th, 11th, and 12th grade were in a whole nother building. I was trying to figure out what building was that. I think it was I know it's some school, but I forgot what it was. When I figure it out, I'll get back to y'all with that. But, no. I know what it was. It's Roosevelt Middle School. So they had it in Roosevelt Middle School. And then after that, they had a day for the 6th graders to go and take a tour, the 7th graders to go and take a tour, the 8th grade to go and take a tour, the 9th graders to go and take a tour, the 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders to go take a tour. So when they took the tour, they went in, they saw everything was, it was nice, but some things were still being constructed. They went when they secured the building and when they bought the building. So they were just looking around and everything. It was still pretty old, because at the time they didn't do anything. They didn't even touch it when it was John L. Kinsey Elementary School. Oh yes, and I went there. I went to John L. Kinsey for elementary school. I went there and I went to Wagner. Not really much of good schools, but it was still pretty good for me. But no, No. The mass kids were in Roosevelt. They weren't in Roosevelt. They was in Wagner, because I remember. That was the top floor of Wagner, the high school. Those high school kids were in there. But no. That's when they went in and toured the building when they first bought it. Because I think the CEO was inviting again the 6th and the 8th graders and the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders during each day to talk to them about the building itself and then what is going to be happening. So he said that they are going to be deconstructing and destroying and constructing in this building to make it look better. So he says what you see before is not going to look like this later on down the line. So after a while, they're doing their school stuff, because it was when Linus was in 7th grade. That's when they secured the building. They went to go and see it before all the construction and everything. And then after they had those tours, that's when they began construction. They began the construction, and then they started to remodel everything, make everything nice and new and just decent for them. Yes. And then they also, they did that. And then they did a lot of construction to the building while it was going on. And then after, the day before, 2 days before they went on winter break at the time, that's when they actually introduced the new campus to the people. So the building was a near completion. Even while they were in there when they moved in, that's when they still doing construction. Even while Linus was there and Brian Jr. there, because I think Daniel went to another school for high school. I think no, Daniel went there. He graduated from Mass as well because he liked this school. Yeah, but didn't you say you go to Carver for engineering and science? No, he didn't go there. He wanted to go there, but no, he decided to stay because he said that school did not the school at the time did not actually top what Carver could do. Like Mass Community Charter School had a lot to offer, and when they moved into their new Mount Airy facility, that's when they said that the programs that they offered could not even come close to what George Washington Carver could actually have. So Daniel was happy and he wanted to stay. Okay, so it was a family school. Yes. Even some of the cousins went there. Like Sage went there when it was Byberry Road. Derek Moon went there on Byberry Road. Let's see who else. Their cousin Gilbert was there. They went when it was when they went to Mount Airy, because they have 4 buildings now. They got a Byberry, Mount Airy, the Northeast, and they got the Long Crest building and the Tacony building, and then they have a Crown building where that's more newer. The Crown is more larger. Right. But no, they all the family knew about the school, and then they wanted to send some of the kids there because Brian went there. He didn't go there for school, but he worked there, so he had preference for the kids to come there, for his kids to go there first, and then for some of the nieces and nephews. And it was a nice time for them. They all had fun. Yes. So let's keep talking about the Mount Airy building. Yeah, but no, the Mount Airy building was, it's really decent, because that's when they had people, they had, at the time, when Linus was in 8th grade, that's when they, first started and everything. They're still doing more construction on the building. But the building was more suitable for them to come in and, do their classes and stuff. Because the day before, the 2 days before their winter break, that's when they all took a tour. That's when he went to take a tour. And they had, during that week, they had, and the week before, they had, the high school come in, and then that week, they had the middle school come in. But that time, 2 days before the winter break, that's when Linus and his grade went there, when he was 8th grade. And then, we saw the building. They all loved it. It was so nice and big. Yeah, it was a real big building, new windows. It was, new rooms. It was new classrooms, new lab and stuff. The media center wasn't 100% done. They were still doing construction on that when he first came in there. But the building was still suitable enough for them to have classes. So they went in and had class. And then they went in and after winter break they had class. So that's when everything was changing. They got their new room numbers and their new stuff and everything. And then they still had their laptops and their iPads, because that's school. I think they give out iPads to all the kids. They give iPads to the kids, and they also give out laptops. And the laptops there were I think they were MacBooks. Yeah, they were MacBooks. Yeah, I remember they were MacBooks though. Oh yeah. But no, it was really nice for them. And then, and like I said again, when they moved in, that's when they actually activated a bunch of stuff, because they activated a bunch of clubs, activated a bunch of classes, newer classes. Because I remember Daniel telling me when he was in 9th grade, when they just moved into the building, that's when they were launching a course cooking class. They did a robotics class in the little mobile places that they were. But they did that. They did a robotics class. They added the engineering classes, activated all the AP classes and stuff that they offered. So everything was coming to life as soon as they moved into the new building. Yes. And they're saying everything in that new building was new. Like it just looked like so. It is large. It was a big space for all of them to go have fun. And for Daniel being real technical, he said the building when he walked in there, he said that Jones smelled so new. Like everything looked so big and so new and everything. Yeah, he was real, audible. And he was very sensory and stuff like that. But he's not a special ed kid. But no, we're not saying like a special kid. But no, he was being real silly when he said, that building it smells so good, like it's like a fresh new place, a new atmosphere. That's what he said. No, I get you. But no, when they walked in, when they had the tour, from Linus's standpoint, he saw that everything was so new, like new classrooms, new smart boards, new there was a lot of new desks and stuff like that, new lockers, and then just it was all new space. And he was real happy to be in there. And he was telling his friends, all of his friends were actually excited. They all couldn't wait to get into the new buildings, to get into the new building. Yes, I would have been excited too. If I was a kid and I went to that school and they were all over the place, I would be very excited to move into to the new own facility. It would be fun. It is. It would be amazing. It would have been amazing. But no, he was really excited because, the thing about the Mount Airy campus that Brian said, because he switched over to work over at the Mount Airy campus at the high school, be one of the security guards there. He was saying like how all the classrooms, all the teachers were fostering for their kids to be a family. Everybody was getting along with each other. Everybody just, loved one another. It was a nice, decent size. It wasn't too small. It was a very good size because they had, the 6th to 12th graders come in. And then that school per se was getting the ratings of 10 out of 10 for that campus as well. Because for the Great Philly school rating, the Great Philly school rating was 10 out of 10 because they got a 10 out of 10 in reading, mathematics, and attendance. All that good stuff. It was decent. Yes. Yeah, Mass is a very fun school. I could tell it was fun because I had some friends that went there. One went to the Mount Airy campus and the other one went to Byberry. And there was one more that went to Tacony. They had a quote-unquote rivalry with the buildings. Because some people were like digressing to say, what? They were saying the Lawncrest building was not friends with the Byberry Road building. They were not friends with Mount Airy. And they certainly weren't friends with Crown. Some of the kids were just making that little rivalry up. I didn't understand, but it was funny. But no, again, when they walked into that building, it was all new, so fresh, and just so decent. Everyone was ready to go in and, have a good time. Want to have a good time in their education. But no, when they moved in, that's when everybody was brought together. The first day back, they had a large assembly in the new auditorium, not in the one at the no, it was in the old auditorium in that Janelle Kinsey building, because at the time it was not going to be an auditorium anymore. That's when the CEO said it's going to become the media center. So once they walked out of the building, they put tape on the doors, and it was like, this auditorium is now closed. They put the X tape on there like that on all the doors, and then this will now become our new media center within the next few weeks. So they did construction for the next couple of weeks, and then they made it. And listen, it was beautiful. Did a real nice job. Yes. But no, that time everybody came in, had an assembly to welcome everybody to the new building, and now everybody went to go have class. I had another friend over who went there. Her name was Giselle. She was, the same grade as I was. She was in 8th grade. She knew Linus. She knew Linus. She knew a couple of people, even Jahari, because that's one of their cousins that went to the school as well. Yeah, she knew them, and she was saying every building they were in had a different sounding bell, but when they moved into the new building, it had its own, bell. Because when they heard the bell ring, then they went to their classes. They said it was very, very nice. Yes, like when you move into a new place and you actually have walk into your own space, in their own space, their own building, and no moving around, it's gonna feel like a home. Yeah, and it was home. Like, that's when they knew that when they moved that building, that school was officially home for them. But no, it was decent. Their new gymnasium was done at the time they came in, so they went to go, have a nice little pep rally in there. The new auditorium wasn't done yet. They were still doing some more construction. Yeah, they were doing more construction in the building by the time, it opened up. But even during the time, because as they keep progressing in the years, they were still doing little construction projects in the building here and there. Like, when Linus was entering ninth grade, they were working on a couple new classrooms. They were adding windows to some places. They were adding, they added that new telescope at the top of the building. They added, pavement to the parking lot, the little parking lot right there. They added a little commons area in the building. They added, renovations to the lunchroom. And they, did a lot of decent stuff. Even in the building itself, that's when they did, when the classes were having lunch in the lunchroom, they played music, like different music. It was almost like, like a little radio was playing. They, did have a music production lab in that new building, and then they recorded music, and then they were playing the music during lunch. And then I thought it was nice. Linus said it was almost like a restaurant. It felt like a restaurant a little bit. Because the food that they had wasn't boxed food, it was like, cooked. But I think you did have to, you had to pay like $2 or something. No, you didn't. Wait, no. I'm saying much, but they didn't have to pay. It was a part of their program. And then they had School Spirit Day, and they also had Dress Down Days on some Fridays. Like, every Friday it was a Spirit Day, but once a month it was a Dress Down Day. I think you had to pay like $30 for it to be one, so you could be a part of that program. To be a part of the program for the Spirit Days and Dress Down Days. So every year, Linus and Brian Jr. and Daniel and them, and all of them, they paid $30 for the year because they wanted to be a part of that School Spirit Day and the Dress Down Days. Because some days it was mostly Spirit Days, and 1 month it was mostly Dress Down Days. The next month was Spirit. It was a little mix right there. They're mixing it up. But at that school, did a lot of fun stuff. As in, more clubs, more sports. That's when they launched a little football team. Remember? Yeah, I remember that because I think they were the high school was tied in with Imhotep, and then they were tied in with Imhotep, and then they their coach branched into making a football team with the school like a year before they moved into their building. That's when they moved into their own new football team. Then they do football, they got basketball, soccer, volleyball, a little bowling team as well. Yeah, bowling. Because my friend Giselle was on the girls volleyball. Then they had a boys volleyball team, a boys soccer, football, basketball. They had all that stuff. They were offering a lot for the kids. Yeah, listen, when you offer a lot for schools like different resources, Like, it's no big deal. It's going to be nice because listen, they have a lot to offer. Like, not just math, science, and reading and stuff, but different electives, different pathways, and different programs. Like, I know at Library Road they had a choir for the upper school. They started a choir just for the whole school of the Mount Airy campus. They had a middle school choir. They have a high school choir. They have a little gospel choir. They have a Bible club. They got a film club, a theater club. They got a whole bunch of stuff for them. I could go on and on and on about all the things that they offer because I do like that school for them. And Linus said when he graduated from there, he remembers a lot of the fond memories that they all shared, the good moments and the bad moments. He said a lot of the kids in the classroom were just like, they all felt like brothers and sisters. And it felt like they could all get along. Like they don't feel more than just a number. And they don't feel like a number at all. They feel like they're part of a family, like a huge family there. And he said he was grateful to God for that. Even Linus was making a big impact in his school. Him and Daniel and Brian Jr. and them. But not Zenobia. She wasn't there. She didn't go to the school for ninth grade. She went to Little Flower with me. But she did go to that school for middle school. As well as Nyla. Because they were twins. Nyla stayed at the school. She stayed at the school for like a good 2 years. And then she transferred to Girls High. She stayed until 10th grade. But Sean and Lonnie were the ones that graduated from there. Yeah. But no, it was a very decent school. They offered a lot. But no, again, I can go on and on about what that school offered. Because there was just so much that they did and there was so much they were able to do. But yes. I'll probably talk a little more. Talk about some of the moments that Linus has shared with me. About some of the moments he had at that school. So right now, we're just going to go and talk and have fun. So we'll be back. Yes, we'll be right back after these messages. Greetings, y'all. So let us talk. So I told you we can go on and on and on about our about the school, Mass Kinshasa School, because Linus and them been telling me really wonderful things about about the school, like some of the moments that they've had, like actually what's rare is like Jesus moments that they had, because since Linus was also part of like Bible Club and he was also part of the school's school's choir, and he also was part of a little like Christian group there. I think they did a little gospel choir, I'm not too sure, but he was a part of those groups, and sometimes in class they would talk about faith. And they, and every time they had like class discussions about it, some of his friends, his classmates at the time, were gathering around the table, just talking about talking about faith, like answering and asking questions about God and everything like that. There was one of the moments that he shared, and it was really nice. Yeah, I believe they made a big impact in this school. As they should, because the Lord is with them. The Lord is with them and their family, and God's using them mightily, like just to break the barriers and to just think outside the box. Absolutely, and I agree. But we'll come back to the school stuff. But let's talk about churchy stuff. So Trenton is not really a campus with us. There's pretty much like an existing church in Trenton, but they're people like Milton and Karina, I think they are going to be one of the ministers at the North Jersey campus, the one in Newark. So they're going to be up there. And then, they'll be preaching sometime, and Dennis and Andrea will be preaching there. Even Terrence Warren, I think, will be preaching there a couple times. So he's like one of the executive pastors. No, he's like one of the executive pastors. Okay. But it's nice though, either way. Yes. And how Clayton and Belinda Hicks moved to Norristown. They made a Kingdom Impact Church in Norristown. That one's flourishing real well. They moved out of Tyree AME and then they moved up there. So Tyree AME is pretty much, so there for that said congregation, we just pretty much just shared space for a little bit. We didn't really make no ramifications to the building, but with Norristown, that's when they decided to make some renovations to the building. and just make it look decent. It's really nice up there. Yes. Because remember, like, we went, like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, back in the fourth Sunday. Not the fourth Sunday of January. We went in like the third Sunday of January, because the fourth Sunday, that's when we sang, as our mass choir. We went up there just to go up and go visit. It was really nice. And that one, they renovated and designed that building pretty decently as well, because they did some modeling, and they took out the pews and added the chairs and everything. It was still decent. Made a nice stage there, and it's their home. Oh yes, making a kingdom impact. Yes, because making a kingdom impact is so important. And then for us, we're still here in Cheltenham Avenue. We just, still in awe about what God has done so far. When we transitioned from St. James and combined congregations, and we just became one church, then we just moved on from Tabor Road. I'm still in awe about what God has done, and it's just amazing. Oh yes. And then I remember they said, didn't they want to make like a second St. James campus one time? They did. But now that we're Kingdom Impact Church, we made a second one, especially that's in Kensington. So that is where one of the pastors, David Purnell Coleman's over there. Like, he's one of the deacons from our church that went over there and became the pastor of that church and established that congregation. But before, they wasn't really in that building. They shared space with Foster Memorial for like a good 4 or 5 weeks. Because that's what their new building, their current campus they're in, that's when they did little remodelings, and that became Kingdom Impact Church's campus. That church that was in there beforehand, they combined with that building as well. They combined with that church, so they're in there, and it's really nice. They did renovation in there. They added their little stuff, their screens, their mics and stuff and everything. And I think they added a small media wall. Just a real small one, nothing too big. Right. Because I haven't been in there yet. Because, that now acts as like our early morning service over there. And then for over here, it's just our regular midday service. 10 a.m. here, and then 8 o'clock over at that campus. It's like... Yeah, over there, I think that's like, it's the early morning service over there, and then over here is just a regular midday. So we got some people from over there who come over to our main campus as well. Even the Spanish congregation might be over into that building as well, because that's more in that neighborhood. Yeah, I think both of ours are going to have Spanish campuses, because we have one that was combined with us before when we were St. James Church. They're still up here with us, and they share space in our building, I think on Saturdays or Sundays, I forgot. I think it's Sundays at 1:30 in the Kingdom Prayer Chapel. And our prayer chapel is where they have it, because it's that tiny building the little building next to our main building that was also ours. Decent. Yeah, they have their stuff in there, and then they're about to get one as well. Because I think the Spanish congregation over there is going to begin, I think, at 11 o'clock. And then yeah. But no, we're all flourishing in the name of the Lord. Because Camden, which is South Jersey, and North Jersey, they pretty much go back and forth to do things up there. Crystal and Keith and Victoria are not there anymore. But they never were actually past this. But Kevin Hartman, he's pretty much over there. He's like real good friends with like Taylor Martin, so that's how they knew each other. So they go up and down, New Jersey, just fellowship what's going on up there. Because I seen when I went on a Sunday one time up to there, not including with Daniel when he did his event, that was also included as well. I've seen people from Camden come up there. Like I've seen Jared come and visit, and I've also seen where people visit, like Milton and Karina Waverly. They went to the Camden campus as well, but they live like in New Brunswick, so they go to either Camden or they go to the Newark. It depends, because they're not really involved, but I think they're getting involved now, like in ministry. Because Milton and Karina, they used to go to this other church in Trenton, but they stopped going because I think something's going on with, the pastor of that church and them. I don't know why most of those things usually happen between the pastors and the congregants. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. But hey, we leave it up to the Lord. But yeah. But no, they moved on to, they're currently, just visiting Camden and Newark, because they think about just fellowshipping with both. Yeah, they thought about just fellowshipping with both, so I don't know if they're gonna get involved, but they may get involved over there. Because remember I said there was like a growth track for like if you want to join the church. More likely the growth track is mostly for if you're interested in getting baptized. So at our church we don't really have like a formal membership system, because what we believe in to make an impact for the kingdom, like, it's not just not the call for them to come, but it's for us to go. So for us at our church, we don't really have a formal membership system, because we all believe in like family setting. We all believe in family over membership. So we invite them to come join a family. So if you like visit the church, and if it's your first time coming, you stand up and everything, and just they acknowledge you. And then you just go right into another room, and then they welcome you to the church. That's only if you want to stay. It's only if you want to, if you're joining. But if you're not joining, it's fine. So, if you're coming to visit, if you're just coming to visit, that's fine. Like, if you want to join, that's fine as well. Either way, it's all a family. So for those who visited Kingdom Impact and didn't join, they just need to know that they're still a part of the family regardless, because they prefer family over membership. Because it's important to just get to know your brothers. It's like if you go to different churches, we support and love other churches as well. Like we love Deliverance Evangelist Church. We love Capacity Church, because we had some of the Capacity Church, some of their members come and visit our congregation. I think one of them actually joined our congregation. And then the worship leader that was over there, the young lady, she actually joined us. So she is at our church now, leading worship and everything. And she says she loves how much of a family-oriented church this is. Like when she was at Capacity Church, she was like leading the praise team over there. Her and another person was leading it. But when she came to us, she did not only just get involved with the praise team and leading one of the Sundays again, but she also joined our choir as well. So she, does both, the praise team and the choir. And she also does some of the ladies' ministry as well. Just to get involved with us, we're all family. We had some people from Resurgence Church come and join. Some joined our church because they said that was actually too far, so they came and joined our congregation. But they still love Clayton and Belinda Hicks, because that's how they came about. But no, it's interesting. Like the way we do church is actually different. So we do church a little more differently. There is going to be some pop-up services that we're going to be having. Like every night, we're booked this year for like multiple pop-up services. Like we're gonna have a pop-up service in Connecticut. We're gonna have a pop-up service in Virginia. One in Delaware. We're gonna have a pop-up service in Ohio, in Reading, Pennsylvania, and Allentown, and multiple places. Our first one coming up is Allentown. I'm excited about that because that's going to be happening sometime this month. It's going to be happening on the third Sunday this month, and I'm really excited about it because we're going to be going up to Allentown. Our choir is going to be singing. Our praise team is going to be singing, and Maurice Suggs will be preaching, so he will be ministering up there. And all of us, just all part of the church, will be up there just to fellowship and worship the Lord, fellowship and have a good time. And there was there's gonna be a church up there that was made aware that we're going to be having a pop-up service because they know Pastor Maurice. So they accepted for them to come and do a pop-up service and do a combined service with that church and also our church as well. So we're going to be combining in worship. It's going to be decent. Yes, I'm excited, and I can't wait to for our choir to sing. Because I deeply love that "I'm Glad to Be in a Service" song by Ricky Dill. That fast one. Yes, that one is a hit. We sang it at the beginning of this year. We're going to be singing that again when we go to Allentown. That one, and we're going to be singing a really slow selection. It's going to be a slow selection we're going to do. We're going to do Praise Is What I Do. That's what it is. That one and Praise Is What I Do is going to be real good. Oh, yes. Yes. Listen. I'm excited for what the Lord's doing through our church and the kingdom of God. I can't wait to see what the Lord's going to be doing in our church more because we're doing combined services, pop-up services. We're going to be outreaching. We're going to have worship nights, seasonal worship nights this year. Ever since January, that's when, some of us who went to music ministry, just to come together just for a little family meeting, in person. Brian has been telling us about everything that's going to be going on with our church. He told us about how we're going to do fellowships in small groups, stuff and everything. We're going to do pop-up services, and we're going to do a lot. We're going to start up our mental health clinic for those who experience mental health, who need help with mental health and everything. We're going to do a fitness group. We're going to do a cooking class. We're going to do a lot of stuff for the community, and I'm so excited for it. And when our 1-year anniversary comes around, it's going to be amazing. We already got plans for it. We might do a choir concert, have different choirs in Philadelphia come out and sing on that night, at our main campus here. And we're going to have a morning service after party. So how Kensington is our early morning camp service, right? Yep. Yes. They're going to be having an after party over there, and we're going to be having an after party here at our church. And we're all coming together for a choir concert. We're going to have a nice big concert just with different choirs in Philadelphia, and we're going to be, and our choir, of course, is going to be singing. It's going to be fun. Have they decided on what color it's going to wear? Not yet. It's still coming soon. But yes, guys, we are doing so much for the kingdom, and I'm excited. But we'll be back. Also, Brianna Nolan just had her baby boy not so long ago. She's not singing right now. So right now she's on getting rest and just chilling. Healing, just enjoying her baby boy. She'll be back in church soon, and then when she's well enough, she'll come back and sing with us. Yes. But we'll be back. Alright, y'all, so we here. So we going to talk now. So, yes, Brianna Nolan Russell did have her baby boy, and I'm so excited for him. The little boy's name is Majesty. Yes, look, I haven't seen Majesty yet, because, she just had her, weeks ago. So, she's out for a little bit, but she'll be back with us. Because I was just, texting her, not so long ago. She'll be back with the choir, once the baby gets a little more bigger and, everything. But, her husband is going to be, here in rehearsal a lot. He's not a singer. He's not a singer, but he does love to worship. But he loves to do something creative for the glory of God. I don't know what it is. I think it's prophetic artist or poetry, something like that. Because I do love her husband. Her husband is an amazing guy. Very handsome, very bubbly. He's real joyful. I love him. I love my brother too. I love Brother Sean. He's amazing. Yeah, Sean is amazing. I met him when him and Brianna were dating. When they first started dating. He used to come to the church like a couple times. But sometimes I never would see them sit by each other. Only reason is because that Brianna was singing on the choir for the praise team, so she's always sitting up in the front. We never really see Sean close. Sean be close by, but they don't really sit together. But at times we're not singing, that's when they would sit together. But no, Sean and Brianna are beautiful and made beautiful for each other. And I wish them the best on their, lifelong journey as a union. I'm so happy for both of them. I love both of them. Because Brianna is a real dynamic worshiper. Like, she has such a heart for worship, a heart for serving the Lord, a heart for pleasing God. It's amazing, and I love, what the Lord is doing in her and through her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, absolutely. But no, guys, I'm actually a little happy. I'm just thinking about, our church, because, I'm just glad about, things that, we're doing for the kingdom and everything. But we recently just underwent a couple changes. So the service times at the Kensington campus have changed. It was at 8 o'clock because they always establish their own teams. So their service goes start at 10 o'clock in the morning, like us. And they have a 1 p.m. service. I think Jason is going to be preaching that 1 p.m. service. Yeah, I think he's going to be preaching that 1 p.m. service. Because we recently adopted we're about to adopt an 8 a.m. service here in Islington. So you may not see it over here on the list, but we may end up adopting a 8 a.m. service at our church. So we might go to 2 services now. Yes, I'm excited for that. Yes, I'm definitely excited for that because, it just comes to show that, it comes to show that, we are, expanding. So, a gathering that, because when it's supposed to start, like for the, that service? I think the first Sunday in March. We're gonna go into the 2 services. Kensington has already gotten their 2 services because they do 10 o'clock and I think and 1 p.m. And for our services, it's 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. It's gonna be that in coming up soon. So for us, we're gonna be doing that. Clayton and Belinda Hicks' location in Norristown was 10 o'clock. Crystal Brown and Kevin Hartman is 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. in Camden. Bloomfield and Newark is 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. because they're sharing space already with, a fruitful Baptist church in that building. So the Baptist church was able to let them, come in. We're pretty much letting them come in and just, do their 2 services in there. Yes. And then for New York, let's go down. And here goes New York. Because, they already started up their services already. So they already got 10:30 and 1 p.m. service. They already started because they already got their teams together and everything. And land to them, they have been visiting. Because, they don't live in New York, but they got some people, like some of Ryan's family lives in New York. And some of Regina's family lives in New York. So they got some family members that go there and, that do things. I'll be able to get into the description later of what family members go where. But no, I think there will be a Kingdom Impact Wilmington and Baltimore. And I think Boston is also on the list as well. Like somewhere up in the Northeast, because we're just going to be like the Northeastern church network. Because you're going to do Baltimore, Wilmington, Delaware. We already have Philly. Supposed to have, we got 2 New Jerseys, 1 New York, and we might be going up north from there. But I know Wilmington and Baltimore may be coming soon. Then if Wilmington comes soon, then Lance might end up going there. Because, he's been doing real good at Epiphany, and he loves the Epiphany family. And, some of Lance's friends, Lance Jr.'s friends are on, doing things at that church. It's, a nice little quaint setting, because I've been to Epiphany Wilmington before. For their little nights of worship. And they always do fruit, and they always been fruitful. But they're gonna might be moving on. I think Lance might be moving on to another church. Because, nothing happened at the church, but he does feel as though that the Lord is calling him somewhere else. So he may end up going to, Kingdom Impact Wilmington if that starts up. I do think it's going to start up. But where do you think it's going to be, though? I think it might be in this big giant church called Westminster Presbyterian. I'm not sure yet. They might share space with that building. So they can have service in there. Because I think we got 2 sanctuaries in there. One sanctuary is for the Westminster Presbyterian, and the other one's going to be maybe for something else. We don't really know for sure yet. We're still, working that out. Because I did hear that they're going to host interest meetings in those areas. Because, Pastor Maurice Suggs is a part of the ARC Churches Network. So that is like the network. It's like the X29, the ARC Churches, the church planning network, for the plant, different churches and everything like that. But globally, I think he's a part of that network. And then with them being a part of that network, he's able to, plant certain places and, have like teams come over there. Because, he has a team already. Because the people who are part of his team are Anthony Paulette Downing, Dennis Andre Figueroa and Terrence Warren, Kevin Hartman, Crystal Brown, Clayton and Belinda Hicks, David Pernell Coleman, and Jason Bell. They're all a part of the same network with each other. They're all one team. So they're going to be adding some more people to the team. Because, Pastor Maurice Suggs is on their, the conference and stuff, like better enrichment and stuff like, and, pastoring and stuff like that. He's a part of that. Was he a part of it when he was, Movement Church? I don't think so. I think he recently became part of that network. Yeah, for me, I think it was recent because, he said that, he thought about, making some changes and everything because he's a part of a new network, which I think is ARC Churches or X29. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I think it's X29 though that he's a part of. The X29 network where they plant churches. I think he's a part of that one because he posted like a couple years ago when we were St. James Church. He posted on his personal Instagram page. No, it wasn't personal. It was his Movement Church page. How they became part of X29. Because at the time, even though he was pastoring St. James, he was still doing Movement Church and stuff like that. And then after a while, he just combined everybody and just came up with one big church. Yes. And I love the fellowship. Me too, I love the fellowship. Because, we did fellowship with Movement, fellowship with St. James, then a couple, small, Baptist congregations, 2 of them. They came and joined us. and a Spanish congregation became a part of our network. And then I think it was an old apostolic church that became part of the church. They ended up joining, like the members, like not the pastor, I think it was just the members. But it's alright because we welcome people with all different types of backgrounds, no matter if you're like if you rules in a Baptist church, Pentecostal church, Apostolic church, Lutheran church. Us as a Kingdom Impact Church, we're non-denominational, so we don't have any affiliation, any denominations whatsoever. And we just believe in, we just serve God. That's all that matters. Of course, we do have influences where we praise God, we shout, we give God praise, and have Baptist fits and stuff like that, speak in tongues, and running around the church stuff. You know how real dynamic church is. That's us. I think, in my opinion, we're almost like, the Ranch Church, because I heard of them. They're like an apostolic church in Virginia or DMV area. We fellowshiped with them once, and we sang over there as our choir. Not as Kingdom Impact Church, we sung over there, but when it was St. James, we sung over there, because we was invited to sing everywhere. When we were St. James Church, when we was at Impacting the World, at Epiphany, we sang everywhere, like, we just sang everywhere as a mass choir. Even though we were a youth and middle choir, but we just traveled a lot and we sang. And we used to do a lot, so much, too. Yeah, we used to do so much. But no, that network that he's a part of, that's our plant network. So we got a couple more people, I think, to join the team. Because I think it's called, we're going to do a Wilmington campus, and we are going to do a Baltimore. So that's in the air. We may do one in New England, which may be like Connecticut, Rhode Island, and stuff like that. We may do one of those up there. And then we already establishing 3 international plants out in like Ghana, Accra, Ghana. We're doing one in Ghana. We're doing one in Nigeria, and we're gonna do one in South Africa. So we're planning our church out there, because our missions team has went out and did stuff over there. But they are establishing a campuses over there in Africa. Do you think they'll do it in like France? I don't know. That's actually thinking a lot, like thinking real far. But they have been, doing a lot because, remember I said Pastor Mari Suggs is not playing when it comes to, church planning and, being fruitful and just being about the kingdom. He said he knew and he said that he's not playing at all. He is going full throttle with this. And I'm like, ooh, I'm loving this. Yes. So I have a good question. So what about the Kensington campus? Who are they combined with? Well, it's still some members from our church. That church that was in that building ended up, combining together with, Kingdom Impact Church. Like, no, we're not taking churches. Like, they love what we do and they want to combine. So the pastor that was in there was Christ Bible Church. Their members and some of our members just became one church. And that's a worship-filled church, too. Even though it's really small. Not very, very small, but it's a very good size. And that's their building. Yes, I even had a couple fellowships there. When it was an 8 a.m. service over there. When that was our 8 a.m. service, and up here at ours. Because when I went to that one, the worship over there was just like, it's like the same like how, our church is like worshiping the Father in spirit and in truth, how we are, serve and everything. It's still really nice. Yeah, it's still nice over there, I like it. And now that they're coming up, that they came up with their own team, so they changed their service times. and then that's how they progress. And they do stuff in that community as well. Like they just did a fruit basket giveaway. I mean, they did a couple basket giveaways, like fruit giveaways and stuff like that, especially for the community. Yes, I love that. Do you think we're gonna be doing that too up here? We did it a couple times, remember? I wasn't actually there because I remember I was at work. I didn't really pay too much attention. But no, it's nice though how they did do stuff for the community like that. Yes. Now moving on to Norristown. The Norristown campus combined as Resurgence Church with Clayton and Belinda Hicks, and just some more members of the Norristown community. Even some of the old members that went to that old church, because that church closed down like a year or two ago, and then it was vacant. There was like nothing in there, and now they moved into that building recently after they moved out of Tyree AME, and they moved into there. Some of the members from that Tyree AME church, like when we were in there, they moved, ended up going to Kensington because, Norristown was kind of far. But a couple members from our congregation live out in Norristown, like Levi and Dion, like Brian's little brothers. Some of them, like, I don't think Levi and Dion are part of the praise team and stuff there, or our church. Like, they just come in and visit. From time to time, they visit our church, and they also go to that one as well, since it's a little more closer. But yeah, how that came about, that's when Research Churches came in and members of the community, and that church, and another smaller one. Camden, that's how it was 27th Street Revival Center. I think they moved out. 27th Street Revival Center moved out, and then, we were St. James Camden over there. We had a late service at the time. But now, since we got two pastors, they got Kevin Hartman and Crystal Brown. They, added 2 services. We always had that one. It was like 1:30 and 2 o'clock because we have fellowship over there. Because our mass choir used to sing. But now that Jared is over there from Epiphany Camden, they and he pretty much started a choir at St. James Camden when it was that one. And then now we're Kingdom Impact, and now it's the same thing. Yes. But no, that's 27th Street Revival Center's old building. So our church pretty much took over that building now. And then we got Epiphany Camden, that their congregation pretty much came and joined there. And some people from Accelerate Church go there for the 2 p.m. service. Love it. Yes. Then we have this one in Newark Bloomfield. This is mostly Brian and his family's church. Even though I think Brian and their parts of his family go to the different locations here. Because the majority of his family, like his aunts and uncles, they're mostly Christian. Mostly all of them are Christian, so, and they all go involved in church and everything and do things, stuff like that. But at this church, this is where I see a good majority of Brian's. For those what I know, the people that I know from the family, some of them, like, Terrence Warren, Miss Angela, like his Aunt Angela, she goes there, and she's a part of the choir over there. Laurie Warren, he's a part of it. Gemini, he's a part of the band. And then, a few others, like a good amount of others from the family actually go to that church. I think Miss Louise Lewin, I know she goes there. And then that's Tasha's mother. She goes to this one right here. She always lived in North Jersey. Tasha always lived in New Jersey, but she always came to our church because she loved to spend the night at her aunt's house, Aunt Valerie's house. But that's no problem. But no, that's Newark campus for you. There's some of the stuff in there, but I'll get more into detail about it. This is New York. This is the one that just recently happened. Anthony and Paulette Downing, they're not really members of Brian's family, but there's one person who is one of the church. I think his name is Milton Waverly. Yeah, I said Milton Waverly in another part. He was gonna do a church out in Trenton, but this one here, he is added to the pastor in New York City. So that's his the church over there. We're gonna add pictures for Kingdom Impact Wilmington and Baltimore right there pretty soon. But no, that's how New York came about. They got their teams and everything. And then I think coming up, we're supposed to have an interest meeting for Baltimore and Wilmington in those cities over there. Because once they come to the interest meetings, that's where you can express, stuff that, what you want for the church and everything, like what kind of teams you want to do, what kind of stuff you want to do for your, planning it out. But it's going to work. It's going to be working out. We're just waiting to see what Wilmington's going to look like and Baltimore. We just don't know for sure yet. And then we may do Boston and, somewhere up in the northeast, like the northeastern parts of the earth. Northeastern parts of, the United States. Because we might move further north. So we're not sure yet because, I don't know what goes on in those teams. I just know that Pastor Maurice is on that network, and he came up with his little group called Kingdom Impact. So that's his group right there. So that's the church. Yes, it's really fruitful. I can't wait to see different people, people that we don't really know. I can't wait to see people come to the kingdom of God. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in these places, because it is exciting, No, it is exciting. But no, that's just some of the churches for you. And then we're going to do international. They're already starting the international congregations in Africa. So they're doing that over there. Will they do one on the island of Jamaica? I would think that they would do the island of Jamaica. Because, here at our church here, we got a good amount of people who come from islands. We got some Bahamas. We got people like Brian, who is Jamaican. So we have a very good amount of Jamaicans that go to our church. Miss, even Vernice and, her brothers and her sisters, they're part Jamaican as well. That's Miss Zelda. Her father is Jamaican, and then her mother was regular American. And then Miss Zelda's husband is Jamaican, so that is, their bloodline. So that was part of their bloodline. Being Jamaican is their bloodline. Yes. And we got, a couple others who are, Jamaican. Got some who are Haitian. We got some who are Grenadian. We got people who are Bahamian, Bajan, like Bahamas, and Barbados, stuff like that, Antigua and Barbuda. Some of them, a good amount of them are Caribbean, Absolutely. And I love the Caribbean. I love it too. Well, even Virgin Islands as well, like St. Croix and all of them. We got a good amount of them here. And then a good piece of Nigeria. But in the inner city, we're just still a church, with the black people. Even though we're mixed, because we got a good amount of white people here too. Got a couple of Asians. And we got some Spanish people as well. It's like multicultural. It's all a multicultural congregation, so it's really nice. Yes. But no, y'all. But I'm actually excited for what is coming up, because coming soon, we're actually coming up on a seasonal night of worship. We're going to have a worship night soon, encounter night here. So I think it's coming up, in March or April. I think it's coming up in March. So I'm actually excited for that, because that's coming up. I'm really stoked about it. Yes. Isn't Brian already taking down stuff that he wants to do for it? He already knows that the praise team's gonna do the thing, prophetic artists gonna do their thing, the choir's gonna do their thing, and different people just worshiping the Lord in different ways and forms. It's not a talent show, so it's gonna be people worshiping in different forms, like dancing, acting, singing, poetry, stuff like that. He already getting his son Daniel to do a couple do like a poetic piece, a spoken word piece, and I'm excited about that. Oh yes, I loved it when he be doing his pieces, that and his dance pieces. I was like, yes, that's exciting. I actually can't wait for that. And then Angela, your boyfriend Vincent, I think he's gonna be doing he's gonna be doing like a little painting piece, because I didn't know he could paint. You didn't know that? No, I didn't know. Yeah, Vincent, he be painting and illustrating and everything. He's doing a couple stuff for it. Like he paints, he does illustrations, and I think he works on shirts for the bookstore. Work on different logo designs. Oh, that I know already, because he submitted some to me. Him and Linus submitted some to me. Submitted some for the bookstore, and we could sell the merch and everything. It's exciting. Yes. Yeah, but I'm really excited for what's to be coming up soon. We'll talk about a little bit more in the next episode, so we're going to end it off right here. So, we hope you guys have an amazing day. We hope you guys do a real great work. Continuously stay hydrated, stay fruitful, stay faithful. We love you all. You have a wonderful one. Good night. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this episode. You have a good one.